was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Wait, which one was it? What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Oh my gosh, what a tough loss last night versus the Bulls. And kind of the same thing happened last night that happened against the Nuggets on Saturday night. The Spurs were winning, and then the fourth quarter just imploded, and we came away with a loss. And we look at our Spurs, I kind of want to talk about where we are because we're such a fringe playoff/play-in team or lottery team. So first, let's take a look at the standings as of this video. And you can see there we are sitting right in 10th place, but we're so close to the Warriors and the Timberwolves. But don't look now, Spurs fans. Look who's on fire. And you can't see it because my face is in the way. I'm going to pull my face off for a second. The Sacramento Kings have won 5 games in a row. And they are right behind us right now. The Kings keep playing like this. 1, they may pass us in the standings. 2, De'Aaron Fox ain't going anywhere. The Kings can start moving up in the standings and look like a legit play-in playoff team. They're not trading Fox to us. I know a lot of Spurs fans say, TSR, De'Aaron Fox will get us to the next level. We ain't coming here if he's getting the Kings to the next level. So there's that. Also, the Phoenix Suns are in the mix as well. And eventually, you got to think they're going to stop sucking and figure things out and possibly move ahead of us as well. That's really going to be tough to stay in this play-in race as it stands right now. We certainly could. We could, but I wouldn't be shocked if we finished around 11th, maybe even 12th. I've said it all season that I think we can finish probably 8th to 11th, and right now it's looking, who the heck knows? With the Kings now surging and the Suns still a threat, I don't know. Whatever happens, it happens. But I do want to look at our upcoming schedule because you guys have been talking about the January schedule, and this is going to possibly really change our outlook on things moving forward. We got a tough next 5 games, Spurs fans. The Bucks, the Lakers twice, and the Grizzlies. I think our ceiling right now for these upcoming 5 games is probably 3-2, and at worst, 0-5. I don't think the Spurs are going to go on a 7-game losing streak. We've lost our last 2. 5 in a row would make 7. I think Wemby's just way too good. And we have those games, Spurs fans, where everybody contributes, and we're like, man, we're firing all cylinders. We're a playoff team for sure. And then we have those games where people just disappear and we're like, well, we're still a player or 2 away. But I don't see us losing all those games. I think 2-3 is probably probable with this stretch, which would put us a game under 500. That being said, I got to be realistic. I'm trying to be optimistic, but I wouldn't be shocked if we go 1-4 in this stretch. I feel like can't remember. I feel like the Grizzlies always give us hell, and we have a really tough time with them. And the Lakers, if Davis and LeBron are going, we have tough trouble with them. These games are winnable, but everybody's going to be contributing and playing their best basketball. And in this stretch, though, I think we'll probably be in 11th place. So one last thing I'd like to show, and I'm looking at it correctly today, Spurs fan, because last time I looked at Tankathon's lottery standings, I totally botched it. This is going to change daily, of course, and our updated picks as of today are 13 and 15. And the Bulls right now, sitting there right at number 10, are on the edge of possibly falling back maybe just a little bit and maybe being, maybe we get their pick this year. I don't know. It's top 10 protected. The Kings are probably going to fall further back, which means if the Kings keep going this way, again, that pushes the Spurs up. I think what will happen probably with this lottery is I think the Bulls are going to finish probably as a top 10 worst team. Barring something weird happening, they probably should finish right where they are right now. With any luck, the Atlanta Hawks, who right now we have their 15th pick, and we got a boogie there, they hopefully move up just one spot. Atlanta be just bad enough to go up into the lottery, and the Spurs probably will sit anywhere between 12 and 14 when it's all said and done. And with some luck from the basketball gods, we got to pray to them one more time. They've come through 3 times. They really have, Spurs fans. We've been lucky. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Victor Wembanyama. One more. Just one more in my lifetime. I'm getting old, so I want to see one more. Top 3 pick probably gets us, probably not Cooper Flagg. It looks like he's going first overall, but a legit shot at Ace Bailey. We keep talking about the forward position being a place of need in the starting lineup. I like Harrison Barnes, not the long-term solution. So if we can get a top 3 pick, I know pipe dream. I'm just, that would finish the Infinity Gauntlet. We'd be Thanos snapping the finger again. So I like checking this every once in a while, and it's going to move a lot. I know you guys will be like, it's TSR, we're not even halfway through this season. That's going to keep changing. I know, but I like talking Spurs with you guys. Don't forget, I live in Connecticut. I have a very small Spurs community. Miss TSR, my girlfriend, is now following the Spurs. and has been a Spurs fan for about the last year. But she has obviously missed a ton of history with the Spurs. The best of times with Timmy and David, and then the worst of times, i.e. she was here last year, but the previous 4 years certainly had some downside. So let me close with this, Spurs fans. I think, and of course, want to know what you think in the comments down below. Always appreciate your feedback, whether you agree, disagree, whatever it is. Love reading your comments. I think we are going to absolutely battle for a playing spot all year. No doubt. I think we're going to be in the mix all year. And it will be great if we make it. I think there's a chance we're going to be a lower spot there, 9 or 10, more than likely, especially with the Kings now finally figuring it out. Maybe firing their coach was the answer. I don't know. But I think we'll be in the mix. And if we make it, great. That's awesome. If we don't, and we are a lottery team again, and we finish 11th or maybe even 12th with a stacked Western Conference, or we make the play-in at 9 and 10 or whatever, and then get knocked out and we're back in the lottery, what I want to see is development, and we have seen that. Wemby has taken the next step forward. That is great. We've seen Sohan get better, and I know he still can't shoot a 3 to save his life, and that hurt our floor spacing at the end of the game last night, but we've seen development in other areas. He's our best offensive rebounder, and he's been better at finishing in the paint. It's just his outside shot is still broken beyond belief. But we want to see development, growth, and the team fights. There's been a lot of games this year where the Spurs were down in the fourth quarter, and they came back. And they would have been losses last year, but they turned out to be wins this year. Now we've had the games too, like last night, where we had the win and we let it slip. That's going to happen. We're going to have those ups and downs. This team was not built to win a championship this year, so we're going to have those games we win where we're like, wow, didn't see us winning that one. And then we're going to have games like last night, like, what freaking happened? I understand the Denver Nuggets coming back and getting us. That's a championship caliber team. Sure. The Bulls, not so much. And with all due respect, moving forward, I'd like to see some players step up and play better, looking specifically at Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson. Those are two of some of the highest paid players on the team, and compared to last year, they have dropped substantially. Devin's efficiency has gone down, especially since becoming a starter. His three-point shot has pretty much disappeared for whatever reason. I know there's no correlation. It's just a coincidence, but since that time frame, his three-point shot has disappeared. Keldon, also, three-point shot has been gone pretty much all year except for a game here and there. I'd like to see them play much better and play up to their contracts. And I'm going to throw him in here too, even though he's not going to get the opportunity. I'd like to see Zach Collins perform up to his contract, but he hasn't done so all year. He's been awful at times, and he's probably not getting the playing time to do so. But each one of those players is making about $18 million or more, and they certainly have not performed up to their ability, which has probably cost us a few games. That being said, you guys know I'll be Go Spurs Go all the way, no matter what happens, whether back in the play-in, playoffs, lottery. Just show improvement. That's all I ask. If you lose a game, so be it, but show improvement throughout the season. It's still a great time to be a Spurs fan, and who knows? We might hit gold. Lightning may strike again for us, and we get a really high lottery pick in 2025. Even if we don't, we've got our franchise. We have direction. We have one of the best, if not the best, young player in the NBA who's already considered probably top 5 and in the top 5 MVP discussion. So we're set. I'm a New York Giants fan. You probably already know, but if you don't know, I'm a Giants fan. You know what direction we have? Nowhere. Who's our franchise guy? We have a franchise wide receiver, Malik Neighbors. Quarterback, hello? Don't know. We going to get one in this draft? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There's no direction, and there hasn't been for years with the New York Giants. Our Spurs have direction. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and there's a lot to be positive about. Losses like that last night suck. Got to take it in stride and know that we're building, and the future is going to be bright. So drop a comment down below, your thoughts on anything I went over, and hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to support the channel, be an official member and sponsor. That's right. Thumbs up makes you an official member and sponsor of TSR Sports. And subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs community. I thank you, and as always, go Spurs go.
Go Spurs go. Good.